The horrific murder that's taken place. This is we just have to get you details about the couple that was from Indore, who had gone to Shilong for their honeymoon. Do remember that the body of Raja Raghuvanshi was found about a week ago on the 2nd of June. The wife was believed to be missing. The family had gone on to say that she was abducted. They were demanding a CBI probe into the matter. But now the wife, along with 4 other people, 5 in all, have been arrested in the murder of Raja Raghuvanshi, who was on his honeymoon in Shilong. So questions were being raised. Of course, even the tourism industry had taken a hit when it comes to Shilong, particularly in Meghalaya, after this incident came to light. But it was an internal affair. Apparently, allegedly, it was an illicit affair that led to the murder of Raja Raghuvanshi. To know more on this, we have the Superintendent of Police who has solved this case, Vivek CM. The Superintendent of Police has now joined us on, well, thank you so much, sir, for speaking with us here on NDTV. A big development when it comes to the case, and the case that has been solved in a matter of 7 days. The Chief Minister of the state also, really going on to congratulate the police force. Take us through what really led to the arrests that have been made. We do know that the woman finally surrendered, perhaps due to the pressure that was being put on her by her family, maybe.
At first, so we thought probably had lost, they got lost and all that. Because earlier there was a person also who had got lost. And the SDRF, the police and all that were on their search and all that. Later, as it was, we thought probably there could have been an accident. And after we found the body on the 2nd, then we could ascertain it was a case of homicide. And thereafter, the SIT was formed. The police teams really got into action and covered up all the evidence. And within a span of 7 days and all that, 2 teams left for MP and UP, and we zeroed down on the culprits with the help of UP and MP police. So it is a lot of groundwork which in within 7 days and all that. And when we got these people, we had substantial evidence.
Right, sir. So it was a joint operation along with the police of Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh involved in the case. The family was demanding a CBI inquiry, as was the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh. Take us through the role that Raj Khushwa has played, the employer of Sonam, the wife who had also gone missing. She has surfaced, and she is supposedly, allegedly, she is the one who has links to this murder, because she allegedly had employed contract killers to carry out the execution of the plan that she had plotted along with her employer. Are Raj Khushwa and Sonam in a relationship? That is the question that's being asked.
Well, if you look because as when we did the preliminary investigation, we found there was a pattern between Raj and Sonam, and so that's how we actually found that something was amiss out there, and that's how we joined the dots, which led to the other assailants. And yes, Raj is the prime accused out here. There's a pattern where they have actually had a relationship, and in fact, that at this juncture, I'll not be able to divulge much. But once we get Raj here and Sonam, we'll get to know more about it. But right. Yes, both are playing the two. Those who are actually in cahoots of this whole plot, and the rest will actually come out once we bring them here.
Right, of course, the Chief Minister there congratulating the police force for cracking the case in a matter of 7 days after the body that was recovered of Raja Raghuvanshi. Take us through the details that you have of, the way the murder has taken place. We believe that a lot of gold was taken, by the honeymoon couple. They had left home with a lot of gold on them. And that is what really had even, in fact, raised suspicion as far as the mother-in-law is concerned, the mother of Raja Raghuvanshi.
Actually, this was the motive proposed that maybe they would have been looted and all because of gold. But you won't be wearing a lot of gold taking effect. It's a very difficult terrain. And considering that Sonam had left all her Mangal Sutra and her rings in her box, it is very unprobable that he would have carried a lot of gold, especially on a hard trick like that. So anyway, we will see into that angle, but the robbery is I don't think is the motive out here. Yet we will see if whatever he had was stolen or not.
Right, sir, if you could confirm for us that it is Sonam Raghuvanshi who had planned this trip, she had booked this trip, and all the details that are emerging from this case is that she's the one who initiated this trip in the first place, lured him perhaps to this place before executing the plan.
We'll ascertain those facts later on, whether it was just her or it was done mutually with Raj and the others.
Right. What is the relationship between Raj and Sonam? Is having a lot of people question, was he the employer? I mean, you can't confirm if they were in a relationship, but was he the employer of Sonam Raghuvanshi?
No, I can see there's a pattern that there's a relationship, but those details, whether she was he's an employer of the company, or he's an employee of the company, or he was a family friend, that we'll come to know later. It's just the beginning. We've just caught him. We know that this relationship, we have substantial evidence that he was a handler of the assailants. That's what we have. We very well know he was in touch with Sonam. We very well know he was in touch with the assailants. Very well know that he had actually had this pattern of communications with Sonam. So these are all substantial evidence of his involvement.
Right, so you've cracked the case, made a lot of challenges. You have, in fact, also gone on to say this was a joint operation along with the police of Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. But the woman, Sonam, was arrested. Perhaps she has, surrendered in the case, but that was in Uttar Pradesh. How did she make her way from Shilong to Uttar Pradesh?
That we'll ascertain later on, because after the murder was committed, she had left with these people in the two bikes, and then after that had hopped on to another vehicle. So all these nitty-gritties of actually how she traveled, her itinerary and all that, we'll ascertain later on, where she took shelter and why she and how she surfaced up in Ghazipur. That is because of the pressure. That, yes, logically, because of the search and the raid and all that and the rest, she had surfaced out there. But her whole travel, we'll be able to ascertain once the team reaches Ghazipur and Nanganj and question her.
Sir, have all the people been arrested in the case, or is the police still looking out for more people?
4 people have been arrested, and Sonam is yet to be arrested. And once investigation progresses, then we'll get to know if actually some more people are involved.
So, sir, the arrest that you made so far, from what we hear, is there are 4 people who have been arrested in the case. Sonam hasn't been arrested yet, is what you're confirming to us. Is this based on the evidence that's been provided, perhaps by Sonam? What led to the arrest of the others?
I think we had substantial, I will not be able to divulge here, but we had substantial evidence against all the 3 assailants. We have substantial evidence against the handler, Raj, and the communication pattern. And yes, there's no doubt that Sonam is that she's not involved. She is very much involved out there.
Right. So if she's very much involved, how come she hasn't been arrested yet, sir?
No, she's in Nanganj police station and all that. The team is on their way to actually arrest her, make formal arrest.
So the formal arrest is yet to be made, but others in the case have been arrested, and you can confirm that 4 other people involved in the case have been arrested. If you could name for us, besides Raj, who else is involved in the case?
One is Accomplice Rajput. The other one is Vishal Singh Chauhan. The third is Raj Singh Kushwaha, and the fourth is Anand Pugmit.
Right. So you have named the people involved in the case. Sir, if you could also, give us details as to what led to the death. How did they execute the plan?
The autopsy report indicates that there was 2 gashes on the head, and these by sharp weapons and all that, and that led to the death.
Right. Sir, from what we are being made to believe is that they wanted to pass off this murder as an accident, and that is what the plan originally was. How was there a change of plan? What made them change their plan?
Investigate, we'll get to know what is actually how they were planning to cover their tracks and all that. That will come later. And once we bring the team out here, we will be able to ascertain actually how they were planning to cover the things and come up with what is the plan actually. And but because within 7 days we practiced, so I think everything went awry.
Right, sir, was Raj Kwasha in touch with perhaps Sonam's family, because the family had been claiming that she was abducted and she was being held by her captors?
Definitely, yeah. We will ascertain what the proximity of his relationship with the family and all that, whether he's an employee, like I said earlier, or whether he's actually or he's a family a member or a friend, or the nature of the relationship we'll ascertain later on once they're here.
What are the kind of reactions that's coming out of the family, because they continue to believe that their daughter is innocent?
You can understand that they would think that way, but the evidence is proving otherwise.
You have substantial evidence to incriminate Sonam, is what you're saying?
Very much.
Right. So, sir, this arrest is expected to be made anytime now. But, sir, when you talk about the kind of involvement that we've seen as far as the Uttar Pradesh police and the Madhya Pradesh police is concerned, take us through the role that they've played.
Teams needed the support for arrest and all that, for identifying where the assailants were actually holed up, and the teams from Lalitpur and Indore and Sagar actually they joined us. The crime branch, DCP crime, had given all the support to us. CP Indore also had given a lot of support and all that in the interrogation, and also number one is identification and data interrogation.
When we talk about the man, the employer of Sonam, as you mentioned that there was a relationship between the two, Raj Kushwa, did he have a previous, as far as any kind of previous history in regard to any kind of, in such regard?
Well, now it's too early to say. We'll have to actually look that up from Madhya Pradesh police, whether he's got any track record and all that.
Sir, if you could just highlight for us, Sonam Raghuvanshi, and highlight for us the kind of background that she's had.
We just know that she's passed. I think her educational background. She's passed out from a commerce college and all that. And we just know that she got married on the 11th of May, and it's just been a month's time, not even a month's time. Background, all these details of the background, we haven't gone. We actually, in 7 days' time, we have gone exactly as to the facts of the matter, as to who has committed the crime, what background, where they studied and all that. All these things will come later on.
Right. Did she have any criminal background is what we're trying to establish here?
Yeah. Regarding Raj and the rest and all that, we'll have to check whether they've got any criminal track record. That is from, we'll be checking that with Madhya Pradesh police and also from our database.
Right. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking with us here on NDTV.